Okay, so Game 2 in the 2024 Major League Baseball London Series has concluded. It went down to the wire in the ninth inning. The New York Mets have split the series. They won the game 6-5. The last 4 innings really were very, very tense. Out of all the games so far that we've had in these London Series games since 2019, I think this was the best game. This was the best game because of that tension from the 6th inning all the way to the ninth inning. Only one home run in the game, and that was David Dahl in the 7th inning for the Phillies. You think he's won it. You think he's broken that pitching duel. And then it sort of exploded in the ninth. It was a very, very close game. The 4th inning, the Phillies took a 3-0 lead after getting ahead in the first. The 6th inning, the Mets brought it back to 3-all, and then David Dahl hits the home run in the 7th, and then the pitching sort of fell apart for both sides. Really, it went down to Castellanos breaking his bat, trying to snatch a quick run, and it was a double strikeout. So. I think this game was a very, very good advert for tactical play in a sense, and the tension aspect of it and the theatre aspect of it. Was it the best game on a technical standpoint? Probably not. The pitching wasn't as good today, and the batting wasn't as good today as it was, I think, yesterday. But on the tension aspect and the theatre aspect, it was a very, very good advert for the last hour and a half of play. Really, really good advert for the last hour and a half. You're thinking when it was 3-0 after the 4th that the Phillies were going to comfortably win this. They lost control of a bit of game management in the second half of the game. Overall, though, I think this 2024 series was better than last year. The fact it was a split series and the fact that Game 2 went right down to the wire, I think, was a good advert for Major League Baseball. There was less fans leaving early. There were less empty seats, and the fans seemed a lot more engaged this year than last year. I will do a full review of where I think Major League Baseball can still make improvements to the product they bring, and I'll do that video tomorrow most likely when I get in from my day job. But overall, a very tense game, but actually that tension really added to the theatre in this game. Yesterday, obviously, with the comfortable win that the Phillies had, they won the pitching battle, they won the batting battle. Today, you could see there was a bit of tension there. There was a few lineup changes. The pitching wasn't as good. The Mets at times looked like they were losing the pitching battle, and as the game wore on, they actually won the pitching battle. They rotated their pitches very, very well. I think the Phillies got some of their rotations a bit wrong, and their pitching sort of had what we would call in cricket a batting collapse and some wayward bowling. But in baseball terms, their pitching under pressure fell apart a little towards the end, even though they were the only team that got home runs in this series. The Mets have managed to split the series 1-1 without getting a single home run, which I find very, very interesting that they've won the game with no home runs, and the Phillies had all the home runs in the series. It's still very noticeable that scoring is down from 2019, so I don't know whether that's to do with some of the rule changes that Major League Baseball brought in, including the pitch clock with the timer and trying to speed up play, whether it was the weather conditions, very overcast, cooler conditions than in 2019 and last year. Did that have an impact on the scoring? But the scoring was down from last year and 2019. So I find that very, very interesting that the scoring's been less. But overall, I think this series was a lot more entertaining than last year on an entertainment aspect. It's a pity we're not going to see Major League Baseball in London until 2026. And we haven't had those 2026 dates confirmed yet. So that's kind of an interesting note that they're going to France next year. So we'll see what 2026 brings. And we'll also see if the 2025 games in Paris are also broadcast over here in the UK, considering they've now had 3 London series since 2019 in the UK. It's going to be interesting to see if they build upon what they've already got and how they proceed with that. I will discuss where I think Major League Baseball could make some improvements in promotion, ticket price and overall fan experience. But I do think The product that we've got this weekend was an improvement on last year. There are, I think, some areas where I think Major League Baseball can make some improvements in regards to the overall product that they bring, the exposure they have for it, the advertising, and I do think a bit on the broadcasting side. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. What did you make of the London series this year? What did you make of today's game? What did you make of yesterday's game? Is it better than last year's series? Is it better than 2019? I would love to hear from you in the comment section. But from me, for now, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.